Hi folks, County Line Gardener back again. This is our garden update for May of 2018. Try to do one each month. There's not much to show you up here, but we'll make a quick trip around it and see what we got. Beautiful day here in southern Indiana. Absolutely gorgeous. Made this video once and it didn't work out because I couldn't see what I was doing. I can't see through the lens finder. And from what I understand, I'm not the only one that has to go through that videotaping. But here we're coming up on the gate to the garden, the big garden. Got to replace the flag. I got a new one in my desk drawer. It's coming out here shortly today. I can't let them flags look like that. Now here you go. This was, if you'll recall last year, was corn. Now this year it's potatoes. I rotated. We're not going to the other side of the woods anymore. It's just more than we can handle. So we're going to just stay on this side of the woods and do what we can. We're just getting up there in years, I guess you could say. But let's go on around here. These potatoes were in the ground 3 weeks ago, and they're up. They are up. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, we'll go down through here. Now here, you'll see here's a little, where I skipped 12 feet here. This is so I can get that big tractor of mine with the rototiller on the back in and out of these rows of potatoes after I rototill them without getting into the green beans here next to it. And I've got the room, so I'm going to do it. Here's the green beans. We planted these green beans last night. We planted 4 rows of green beans and 4 rows of purple hull peas. I know you've heard me talking about the purple hull peas, but goodness, folks, if you don't grow them, you ought to. You'll love them. You'll love the taste. They're so easy to pick. They grow just kind of a little bit of the opposite of a green bean, a bush green bean. They don't grow under the plant. They grow on top. They hang down from the top. Yes, sir. And I picked every single one of them from the golf cart without ever getting off. Not ever getting off that golf cart. This up here, none of this has been planted yet. Let's see here. Yeah, right there. From there, about 80 feet, 100 feet, I don't know. It's going to be tomatoes this year. We're not going to have as many tomatoes this year. We had 251 plants last year. That was more than I could handle. More than I could handle. Let's keep it going around here. We're just going on around. The garden's 350 feet long. And it's 120 feet wide. I noticed some deer tracks in my garden, so I'm going to have to... I've got this 5-strand electric fence. Goes all the way around the garden. And believe me, it works. It keeps them deer out. It keeps them raccoons out. But here's my blackberries. I think you probably recall the video where I was doing. I planted these blackberries. There was a cattle panel fence up here, and I usually put the cucumbers on the other side, but I can't move the blackberries, so that's just where they're going to stay this year. They're doing real well. I got to add a few more to them down here, right down here. But this is down this end. This is where the cantaloupe, the watermelon, and pumpkin's going to be this year. Yeah, coming back up on it now. I got a little drainage going on down here. You know what you can tell by looking at the lay of the land here. It's not flat. It's not flat. There's very little bit of flat land on my property. Very little. Very little. The only drawback to it, but I can live with it. But I drain it. It drains out right here from the top up there. Comes down through here and goes out. And over here, there's another drain. I dug that drain right there in front of the golf cart. It runs out here, runs down through here. Right here is where the tomatoes are going to be. From here up to there. About 100 feet, I don't know. I put my tomatoes 6 feet apart. Both going both ways, 6 feet east, west, north, south. And that way I can get that tiller, that big tiller on that John Deere between them, and I don't have to do any hand tilling. But like I said, I got my green beans, 4 rows of my green beans. Now I've got 4 more rows of green beans to go, and they're going to go right here. Right in this area here. And here's the 4 I planted last night with the 4 rows of purple hull peas. And went to the house, got the fertilizer, brought it back up there, sprinkled it in. And I want you to know, it rained last night just perfectly. About a quarter, maybe not even a half inch. And it watered them beans in just perfect. Just perfect. Normally I have to get the water tank and come up here and water them in, because I don't like to plant anything dry. I don't think that's a good idea. But potatoes are up. Potatoes are up. I was going down there and it was a little damp when I did this, and I was trying to use my hiller I invented, and as you can tell right there, I missed big time. It's crooked, but it'll work. Everything will work. Let's take a run up here and look at this while we're here. You can see this is the backyard we mow once a week. I mow this bank right here. This rough part here is where the old garden used to be. And my wife, she'll mow from the front road all the way down to here to the old garden. Go up here and look at I've got my candy onions in. They're looking great. They did well last year. You remember my raised beds. Well, I added another 2 raised beds. You can see them onions are looking good. I had cucumbers in that tub last year. That was not a good idea. Didn't go so well. Here's my strawberries. I added strawberries this year. Look at the blooms on them. Them's only been in there about 3 weeks. But I don't know if we'll have any this year or not. We'll see. Hope so. But anyway, let's go over here. Look at the little greenhouse we got. You've seen the videos. You know about the greenhouse. We're selling I'm telling you what, they're keeping me so busy I can't hardly get up there in the garden. Every time I get up there, I see somebody down here waving arms at me. And they'll call me on my cell phone. I'll have it with me. But that's the way it's supposed to be. Can't complain about selling stuff. Okay. Normally, this top row is full. All the way around. With peppers and tomatoes. Mostly peppers, because all the tomatoes go on the middle row and the floor. Yeah, the floor, we never ever have the floor bare, but it sure is now, all the way around almost. Back here's where we're stacking our racks as we get our trays, as we sell them out. We put them back there, and that's where they'll stay until next year. Flowers are looking good. Got a bunch of flowers up here. They're looking good. Table, it's getting bare. It usually has about 8 or 10 trays full on it. So we're winding it down actually out here in the greenhouse. So we're selling these plants. I sold 28 to one person this morning. So we're doing well. We're doing well. So we'll get up there in the old garden tomorrow. So that's about all I got to say for now. So, you guys all have a good gardening season, and I'll get back with you in a few weeks for something else. I'm sure I'll find something else. So for now, this is the County Line Gardener saying bye-bye.